Off the cold shores of Canada lies a small, unassuming island, Oak Island. But the soil of this island holds one of history's greatest treasure mysteries, unsolved for over 200 years. It all began in 1795, when three teenagers discovered a strange depression in the ground and an old oak tree. Wondering what lay beneath, they started digging. But as they dug, they encountered an incredible man-made structure, layers of oak logs placed every 10 feet, an inscribed stone tablet with a cryptic message, and, most deadly of all, ingenious booby traps designed to flood the pit with seawater. For centuries, countless treasure hunters, engineers, and even a future American president have dedicated their fortunes and their lives to this pit. But the island is determined to keep its secret. And then there is the curse. Legend says 7 people must die before the treasure can be found. To date, 6 have perished. This is the cursed story of Oak Island. In the summer of 1795, a teenager named Daniel McGinnis stumbled upon something strange while hunting on the island. A circular depression in the ground, and directly above it, an old oak tree with a branch that looked as if it had been sawn off. On the branch were the markings of an old ship's tackle block. It was as if someone had set up a rig to lower something heavy into this pit. Daniel, along with his friends John Smith and Anthony Vaughan, began to dig. After digging only a few feet, they hit something hard, a layer of oak logs embedded in the earth. This couldn't be natural. Excited, they removed the logs and continued digging. But every 10 feet, they encountered the same thing, another platform of oak logs. This was a man-made shaft designed to protect whatever lay below. Faced with exhaustion and the limits of their tools, the boys had to abandon the dig for a time. But the legend of Oak Island was already born. The site, which would later be known as the Money Pit, was destined to become the new hub for treasure hunters. Years later, more organized and well-funded companies arrived on the island. The Onslow Company took over the dig and continued deeper. Every 10 feet, they encountered strange layers of charcoal, putty, and even coconut fiber. This fiber was native to the tropics. What was it doing in Canada? The mystery was deepening. When they reached a depth of 90 feet, they found the most significant clue yet, a large, flat stone slab, inscribed with strange symbols that no one could understand. Years later, it was claimed that these symbols were a cipher that translated to 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried. This news turned the treasure hunt into a frenzy. But just when they thought they were close to the treasure, the island's deadliest secret was revealed. The moment the diggers breached the wooden platform beneath the stone slab, the pit began to rapidly fill with water. No matter how much water they bailed out, the pit refilled. It was later understood that the builders of the Money Pit had created an ingenious booby trap, a system of man-made flood tunnels leading from the sea. The treasure seemed to be protected forever. The treasure hunt brought not only disappointment, but also death. The legend that 7 must die before the treasure can be found began to tragically come true. In 1861, a worker was killed when a boiler exploded. In 1897, another man died in a winch accident. But the most horrific incident occurred in 1965. Treasure hunter Robert Restall died after falling into a pit filled with poisonous gas. His son and 2 co-workers who went down to save him shared the same fate. 4 men died in a single day. The curse had claimed its 6th victim. But the curse and the failures did not diminish the island's allure. Even a future U.S. President, Franklin D. Roosevelt, participated in the search as a young man and followed the mystery throughout his life. Today, 2 brothers from Michigan, Rick and Marty Lagina, are trying to solve the island's secret with modern technology and multi-million-dollar investments. Their quest has been turned into a popular television show, introducing the mystery to new generations. They have made significant finds, like a 17th-century cross in the swamp, human bones, and old coins. But the main treasure remains elusive. So, if there is a treasure, whose treasure is it? The theories are as vast as history itself. The most popular theory is that it's a buried treasure of legendary pirates like Captain Kidd or Blackbeard. Oak Island was in a region frequented by pirates, and they had the engineering knowledge and manpower required to build such a complex trap. A more esoteric theory suggests the treasure belongs to the Knights Templar, who smuggled sacred relics like the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant out of Europe. It's claimed that the Templars settled in Nova Scotia after fleeing Europe and built this underground vault to protect their most valuable secrets. Another romantic theory is that the treasure is the lost crown jewels of France, smuggled out by Queen Marie Antoinette during the French Revolution. The existence of so many different and compelling theories makes the mystery of Oak Island all the more irresistible. More than 2 centuries of searching, millions of dollars spent, and 6 lives lost. And for what? Nothing? Or maybe not. Perhaps the real treasure of Oak Island isn't the gold or jewels lying beneath the soil, but the mystery itself, which has fired humanity's imagination for over 200 years, bringing people together and making them chase the impossible. Who will be the curse's final victim? Or will the treasure remain a legend forever? Oak Island continues to keep its secret.